as or before or after I bought it, or like where I got this from. I don't know, I might have poisoned it or something. So you ever had any thoughts?
No.
No?
I wouldn't say that you would dare to poison me.
Well, you
Now
can,
that you told me.
you can continue about it. But anyways, my point is that unless you're a natural human being that doesn't eat food, most of us should know at least like where we get our food and how it's processed. So today I'm going to be talking about organic farming and how I'm going to be specifically talking about how it works and how it looks economically. So there are three important components that kind of separates organic farming from conventional farming. And the first thing is soil management. So the first thing that, or one of the things that the farmers tend to do is called crop rotation. And that's basically, they plant different kind of, like, all different sorts of crops in one area. And they all have their own fulfillment of roles. So the best way I could kind of give an example is, say, for example, Star Trek, they have their ship and they have like different roles to help the ship fly, right? So there's like the captain, the helm, the shield, the gunner person, whatever. And in the same way, there are plants that have their own roles. Some do disease control, some manage nutrients, and some are just the crops that you want to grow. And another method that farmers would also use are either green manures or animal manures. So green manures are basically uprooted plants that are incorporated into the soil. And these manures have nitrogen-fixing bacteria that take the nitrogen from the atmosphere and incorporate that into the soil. So it's producing more nutrients. And the second important component is also weed management. So the pictures are kind of hard to see. So this picture is actually of a wheelbarrow or a tractor. Well, it's a picture of a tractor and it's kind of plowing through the field.
Stop.
Just continue with the field. And basically it's called tillage. And basically what it does, it turns the soil around in preparation for the new seed bed. And in the process, it also takes out all the weeds in the process as well. And the second thing, it was on the picture on the left, it's basically called mulching. And what that does is that you basically, you block weeds from emerging by covering it with organic materials or like plastic film. So basically there's a picture of like tan barks around it, and so that's covering the soil so that weeds can't grow out from it. And lastly, it's another thing that the farmers need to maintain is also pests. Now, when you guys think of like organic food, or when you think of organic foods, most of you may think, oh, pesticide free, right? Actually, that blueberry is organic, because that's on the lid. But it's not exactly true that there's no pesticides used for that. So they do have certain rules. So mainly naturally occurring pesticides, such as, or naturally occurring pesticides are acceptable, and these are like garlic extract, onion extract, and you can even use like stale beer. Say like you drink a bottle of beer, you can just leave it out in the garden, and some of the pesticides will be drawn to it and die when they drown in the beer. And there are some acceptable synthetic pesticides, and these may include like insecticidal soap, and that's mainly used for insects. And another is also sodium bicarbonate, which is basically yeah. So those are the naturally occurring pesticides that can be used. And as I was saying, the chalk is used for mainly fungi. Now it's really hard to see. So these are actually bugs. These are, so farmers also use predatory beneficial insects. And this includes like the praying mantis, this is the big eye bug, pirate bug, and ladybugs to a smaller extent. Oh my god. And so yeah, those are the main three things used for when it comes to maintaining the farm. So now that you know the methods of organic farming, now we're going to take a look how it works, how it looks economically. So organic farms do yield less food than conventional farm. You can see in the graph. The darker color one is conventional farming, whereas the lighter purple is the organic farm. And according to an article by Aldrich, an average organic farm produces $35,644, whereas an average conventional farm produces about $46,256. And so this means that conventional farms tend to produce about 30% more food than organic farm. But despite conventional farms producing more food, organic farms do require less energy and pesticides. So according to a collaboration of authors in the Science magazine, organic farms reduce energy and fertilizers to 53% and pesticides input to 97%. And this is mainly due to the fact that conventional farms use a lot of synthetic materials, and just the manufacturing and shipping the synthetic materials to the farm uses a ton of oil. And not only that, organic foods tend to be sold at a much higher price. So in the end, organic farms are generally found to be more profitable than conventional farms. So in conclusion, now you know what exactly is done to help maintain an organic farm and how it looks from an economical standpoint. So next time when you eat like an organic blueberry, as you aren't really doing right now, but you were before, you can pause and take a sec, and you can realize, wow, so this is how an organic blueberry is grown. Thank you.
Can you personally taste the difference? I mean, kind of side by side, or it's very.
Personally, I find organic food tends to be a little more sweeter. But I think that's probably because it's smaller and it's more concentrated, I guess. I'm not exactly sure. Most of the time you can't really tell. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't tell.
You can't really tell the difference.
Question. I didn't catch about the university potatoes. You said you put the bottle from the beer bottle outside.
Or it's basically stale beer. Like, say you had a beer
You mean
sitting
like
for a
a full
long time.
bottle of beer?
It doesn't have to be full.
No, you can drink it.
You can, yeah, you can say like it was staying outside
Or
for a
it
long
should
time,
be
and it's like
inside.
it's not cold, and it lost its oxidation,
Carbonation.
carbonation. Sorry, the carbonation. You can be like, oh, I want to get rid of all these like pests in my garden. You just place it outside, like for example, all the slugs are gonna like crawl in.
It's nice
And
way
dies.
of wasting beer. So.
Yeah, it's useful other than drinking.
It's all that Keystone here, right?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
I have more of my knowledge comments. There's actually a website, it's called The Dirty Dozen, and it actually has the top 12 for I think a season or a year, I can't remember, about the vegetables or fruits that have the most pesticides on them that you should buy organic. It's actually really cool.
wait, what website is this?
It's called The Dirty Dozen.
There's also an app for it, so
Oh,
every time when I'm going to the shop, I go to just make sure if this is
Really?
one that has to be organic.
I never really do the shopping. It's mainly my mom's like, oh, this is organic. This is really good for you. Eat this. Don't get the conventional food. I'm like, okay.